On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Lance. They set up the screen for Sermon.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
From the gun, it's Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
First carry now for Trey Sermon.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Now Lance again. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
A gain of 6 there on first. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Here's Sermon.
And he is out of bounds here. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Again with Sermon.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Trey Sermon.
Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return, Deontay Harris. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch.
And he is going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing, Jones. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. But he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, You can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
Runs through the contact. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep going. We're doing pretty well.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath, because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Rams. Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point splits the uprights.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
These two teams all tied after 1. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
To throw, it's Lance.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Olivier Vernon. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job, because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, Sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack on 1st down, Lance. And this is incomplete.
You definitely like to hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile.
And Lance going to throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Wow.
So they're forced to punt.
2 fucking horrible passes in a row. Awesome.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason. And he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lance, a give now to Sermon.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff. Sermon.
And a short gain here down to the 22. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
shotgun now for Lance.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
A gain of 8 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Sermon.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Trey Sermon
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, Jones.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still 3,000 yards, a good season.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Brycen Hopkins.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
By the way, they're into the 2nd quarter in L.A.
And the Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lance.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Off of play action, here's Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open? And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara.
Right here. Mike Ford. I don't think you got it, son.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Sermon.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So that one will be accepted.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon.
And some space here. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
It's now 3rd and 3.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Here's Harris to return it.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Jones.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jones now off the play fake. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris.
And he is going to have a Rams first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will tie things at 17-all. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
To try again after the sack. Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
And Lance now to throw.
Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. They find some open field here. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Here's Lance to throw it. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Sermon
with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
From the 24, Jones.
He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Akers gets around him. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. Akers. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Tackle by Emmanuel Mosley.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Throwing Jones.
A quick pass to Kupp.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
A lot of talk this week about ball. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery, Jones rolling to his right.
Oh, a nice catch by Kupp.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots.
You have to be
all
fucking
game long.
kidding
That
me,
throw,
man.
no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down.
That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 4.
Off the bootleg, Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end and have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
And his kick is indeed good,
And that'll bring him back within 4.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Second and 10. Lance looking to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Niners on third down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance.
Forced out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Malik McDowell able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is Harris. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Now Jones on first down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Second and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, Akers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp.
Oh, he gets loose right side.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Daniel Jones, fine work there on the touchdown run.
And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
27, 49ers 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Lance. Trying for Ayuk.
You have to be fucking kidding me. What in the fuck was that bullshit, man? Fuck
It's a
this.
huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Before we came up to the booth.
What a fucking joke.
Last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Touchdown! Tyler Higbee, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
49ers 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, here's Sermon. Shreds the tackle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And what is going on here? I've got third down. Screen shows third down, but they've got the punt team out there. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Fuck this game. Waste of my fucking time.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 55 is my guy, 55. Let's go, D.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal. And they will take a knee here. Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many